What if all the benefits of caffeine aren't actually from caffeine itself? Well, in this video, what I'm going to do is present to you a novel stimulant known as paraxanthine, which is in fact the major metabolite of caffeine, and we'll specifically dive deep into how paraxanthine can be used as a nootropic, an energy booster, and a supplement to improve mental clarity and mental focus. So for those of you who are brand new to my channel, my name is Lucas, the founder of Boost Your Biology. And if you've been enjoying these videos, please hit the like button and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest and greatest health research. So what is paraxanthine? Paraxanthine, or the trademark Infinity, is caffeine's primary metabolite in the human body, contributing to the vast majority of caffeine's beneficial effects. Now, many of us do love the effects of caffeine. Some of us unfortunately experience anxiety or increased nervousness or tension, but majority of those listening in probably respond favorably to caffeine. And paraxanthine is caffeine's major or primary metabolite, meaning that caffeine actually breaks down into paraxanthine. Now, paraxanthine is a central nervous system stimulant with less toxicity and greater benefits than caffeine itself. Now, caffeine has numerous issues with the caffeine metabolizer gene, where some are slow metabolizers and deal with much of the side effects, and fast metabolizers get little of the benefits. Now, only about 30% ideal metabolizers of caffeine, leading to much diversity in how it is subjectively experienced. Now, when paraxanthine is ingested, it functions more consistently than caffeine, leading to fewer side effects, greater enjoyability, improved mood, and a more focused mindset. Now, interestingly, paraxanthine is a metabolite of caffeine that can be found naturally in small amounts in some foods, including green coffee beans and some leaves of the coffee itself. It's also found within Theobroma cacao fruits and roasted coffee beans, citrus flowers, and Sicilian orange flower honey. Now, as you can see here, that caffeine metabolism gets broken down. We can see the different metabolites following caffeine metabolism. 4% as theophylline, 84% as paraxanthine, and approximately 12% as theobromine. Now, here are some of the major uses for paraxanthine. Now, number one is the clean energy. Now, consistent energy without the dreaded crash is often reported from users that experience the benefits of paraxanthine. And in addition to that, there are consistent effects. So we're able to induce an increase in energy and a perceived state of wakefulness and mental alertness without the dreaded crash and unreliable effects. In addition, it can also assist with cognition and productivity, and users report an elevated mood when they use paraxanthine, which is likely supported by its documented effects on increasing dopamine. So now you're probably wondering, how does paraxanthine actually work? Well, both caffeine and paraxanthine act as antagonists of the adenosine receptors A1 and A2A. Now, despite these similarities in mechanisms, it has been reported that there are potential differences in adenosine receptor binding affinity, as paraxanthine exhibited higher binding potencies for adenosine A1 and A2A receptors in equine forebrain, and also a stronger locomotor activating effect in rats relative to caffeine. Furthermore, paraxanthine, but not the other methylxanthines, such as caffeine, theobromine, and theophylline, has been shown to potentiate nitric oxide neurotransmission, which has been associated with increased blood flow and subsequent changes in aerobic exercise performance, and also cardiovascular health. Now, if we were to do a breakdown, a comparison of caffeine versus Infinity or paraxanthine, some of the negative effects or the side effects of caffeine include agitation, hunger. It can be an emotional roller coaster. It can impact sleep quality and quantity. It can lead to overstimulation or jitteriness. Some users experience a crash or sleep pressure. There's physiological dependence, and there's also tolerance, increased dose for efficacy. With paraxanthine, we're seeing that paraxanthine works for nearly everyone. There's consistent response at consistent dosages, There's less toxicity and it's a cleaner, safer experience. There's no adaptation or desensitization with continued usage. There's no habituation, so no physiological dependence. It's highly dopaminergic, so enhancing mood and confidence. It's highly neuroprotective, also improves focus, concentration, has a clean, confident experience. It enhances blood flow by improving nitric oxide signaling, and it enhances cellular antioxidant protection by increasing glutathione. So interestingly, this other study I came across was titled Paraxanthine Supplementation Increases Muscle Mass, Strength and Endurance in Mice. Now, as far as dosages are concerned, anywhere from 50 milligrams to 200 milligrams of paraxanthine appears to be the favorable dosages in terms of increasing energy, focus, and mood, improving mood. And paraxanthine, on the other hand, has a shorter average half-life at 3.1 hours, whereas caffeine's general half-life is approximately 4.1 hours. So we're seeing a shorter half-life with paraxanthine. And the above factors actually combined have led to paraxanthine possessing less toxicity in preclinical studies compared to caffeine itself, yet with greater wakefulness than drugs like modafinil. We can see that paraxanthine is up there with many of the drugs that are being abused by many on a daily basis. Now, some interesting research I came across. This study here was titled, A Purine Derivative Paraxanthine Promotes Cysteine Uptake for Glutathione Synthesis. So we can see that paraxanthine may have some beneficial effects as far as improving antioxidant capacity and the antioxidant defense system of the human body by increasing glutathione synthesis. So given that many individuals struggle with the untoward consequences of caffeine use, paraxanthine represents a potentially attractive methylxanthine substitute for achieving similar stimulant effects with an improved safety profile over caffeine based on the observations described above from several studies, such that paraxanthine has anxiolytic activity and relative to caffeine has a lower abuse liability, less clastogenicity and cytotoxicity, and lower embryotoxicity. Paraxanthine is definitely an exciting molecule. I'm excited to see more research on this particular molecule. If you have used paraxanthine, drop a comment down below. And also remember, there are other resources to discover new and novel ingredients. You'll see that linked down below in the video description. Otherwise, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.